tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, my fellow trudgers and trudgies, trudgettes, trudgers. I can't think of any more. Can you guess the person on my shirt? Kind of hard to tell with just the top of. Okay, I'll give you a little bit more. There you go. Can you tell me who that is? Okay. Told you I got to keep it interesting, but now my head's cut off. So only the people that saw this get to participate, which was me. So I win. Of course, I already know who it is. So I'm reading out of Language of the Heart today. Thought this would be a good one. Where's my... Okay. I have required things that I have to have before I go live. This is one of them. I never go live without my wedding ring on. It doesn't fit all the way, so I take it off during night and then when I'm cleaning. So, just one of the things that I do. Really means nothing. I mean, it does. So, I'm in a little bit of a catch-22 here. I need to cancel that. So, okay, first of all, I take care of that. My anniversary is next week, and I have nothing. Okay. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name's Dion. I'm your host. Don't act like you got other shit to do on a Saturday afternoon besides come listen to me. Gosh, if you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch, somebody will hop on sooner or later. I talk long enough. So we are going to read Language of the Heart, which is Bill W.'s Grapevine writings. So Bill used to be the main writer of the Grapevine. Now it's written by alcoholic. Well, he was an alcoholic too. So now not so much. A lot of stuff out of the Grapevine. Might be a good idea to have Grapevine meetings. We used to have them. We did. We used to have Grapevine meetings. You'd look in the little thing in the booklet and it would say Grapevine meeting. I don't know where those went. We are on page 129. To serve is to live, June 1951. Our first General Service Conference of Alcoholics Anonymous gathered in New York City in April 1951. It was composed of 37 U.S. and Canadian delegates, plus AA's General Service Headquarters staff and trustees. The single purpose of our conference was to serve AA throughout the world. This unexciting statement now carries a deep meaning for all who were there. We came to believe that AA's future had been made secure. We became certain that AA could live for so long as God might need us. Why did each witness of the conference feel so deeply about it? I think it is for two reasons. The group conscious of Alcoholics Anonymous was heard to speak for the first time, and we realize as never before how perilous faith without works might really become. So it was that AA's group conscience heard its first high call to service. Making this plainer, let's look a moment at a single AA member. Faith alone does not save him. He has to act, do something. He must carry the message to others, practice AA's principles in all of his affairs. Else he slips, he withers, and he dies. Look now at the AA group. Can pure faith, mere belief in the right principle, and sound tradition make the group a going concern? Not in the least. Each AA group, as such, must also function, do something. It must serve its appointed purpose, or it too withers and falls apart. I actually talk about this. Okay. When you go to a meeting and it's your home group, as a group, you need to grow. As a group, you need to bring on more members. You need more things. And then what you need to do is give up your status and give it to the next person. Okay. So that you can move on to your next. Okay. I was invited once to go celebrate somebody who had been the GSR of a group for 20 years. And I told them, you guys are celebrating this 19 years too late. You should have let that go a long time ago. No, I'm not going. I'm not going to celebrate that. I'm not going to celebrate selfishness. No. Now our conference delegates were able to apply this principle to AA as a whole. The delegates could see far beyond the single AA as his particular group. In a flash, they took in the stark fact that AA as a whole must continue to function or might as well suffer the common penalty of faith without works, which is disintegration. Gone was the comfortable illusion that each AA group tends strictly to its own affairs. God would then reward our short-sightedness by guarding AA as a whole entirely by himself, including our headquarters, AA public relations, and the welfare of millions who still don't know. I'm alive. Just making sure. The delegates saw that this would spell faith without work and without responsibility. That could never be. Of course, much work would always have to be done. Much responsibility would have to be taken by many. To AA as a whole, every member would need to give a little. See, when we all give a little, we get a lot. Part of the problem is we have the 80-20 rule, where 20% of the people do 80% of the work. Sometimes, like right now, I'm in a couple positions where I do need to let go of some things, but there's nobody to give it to yet. But I stand willing and ready to pass that on. You bet. As soon as it comes along, I will give it away. Okay. I'm going to give you a really, really good example. I used to host the Monday meetings for the 3 p.m. Okay. And I did everything that I could to make sure that it was a good meeting. Always, always, always. Okay. I put a lot of thought into it, made sure I was there on time. I was consistent. I did the same thing. And what happened is Mondays got very big. They still kind of are. Well, I passed it on to somebody that was like-minded. Okay. Does anybody know anything? No. Well, you do now. Well, no, you don't, because nobody's here. So, people might be here. I don't know. Of age now, our fellowship would have to begin looking after its own vital services. These couldn't be done thoughtlessly, left in the sole custody of our isolated, unknown, and unsupported Board of Trustees. Whew! The work of our foundation and AA's GHQ would have to become widely understood and directly backed by AA itself. Nothing was plainer, thought the delegates. When therefore you next see your local conference member, you may find him talking something like this. Thanks for sending me to New York. I've just spent 3 days at AA's world headquarters. Our trustees, general office, and grapevine people turned the place inside out so we delegates might vision its past, present, and future. What we saw and felt was startling. Very suddenly, we got the feeling that of AA as a whole. We looked upon a fellowship of unsurpassing unity, one on which the sun never sets, a world communion 4,000 times stronger than any single AA group. When we then realized that this wonder had been made possible by the devoted service of a few. Those headquarter workers whose decade and more labor enabled us in distant fields to garner that great harvest of 120,000 fellow sufferers into the safety of our fold and into the affectionate respect of the world, of our whole world. Our unseen servants at the foundation had done all of this because Dr. Bob and Bill W. had asked them to. I find that sometimes people just need direction. Maybe they want to do service, but they're not sure what to do. And because they don't want to look stupid or silly, they're not going to say anything. So it's okay to ask somebody, okay? This is the way that I do it. Hey, are you willing to chair the meeting? If not, no biggie. I'll find somebody else. They get to say no. I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm not. I literally mean that. If you can't do it, I will just find the next person. But now they were saying to us delegates, soon you must lend a hand. These are AA's arms of service. These are our traditions. Come and help us administer them. Times have changed. We Ulsters are perishable. This is the legacy of service. Please accept it now and guard it well. The conference scene that Sunday afternoon we last met will always be a precious memory for the annals of AA. For in that historic assemblage, we could hear all the voice of Alcoholics Anonymous. These were their words. To serve AA is to live. We gladly accept our third legacy, and may we guard it well and use it wisely. God grant that the legacy of service remain ever safe in our keeping. In that fine hour, the torch of service did pass from the hands of us who are older to yours, which are younger. It passed to every oncoming generation of those children of the night whose darkness, God willing, shall be banished within the society of Alcoholics Anonymous, all through the bright years which destiny surely holds in store for us. Cool. I usually don't blank on a Saturday afternoon, but I guess there's things happen. So not like I've never done this before alone, so no biggie. Per as usual, when nobody's here, I don't have much else to say, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. I hope we all got something out of this, and I hope you have a great day. I love you. Peace out, and have a day.